Sermon 112 of Nahjul Balagah reminds us that we will be rewarded for our worship. And that includes gratefulness. And we seek help in regards to the delay and forgiveness from what's known to God, but is not so known. Sometimes not even to ourselves. The Quran is a preservation of knowledge, a purity of monotheism keeps away the problematic beliefs. And we ask that the family of Muhammad is blessed, as well as Prophet Muhammad. And aside from La ilaha illallah, we also testify Muhammad Rasulullah, which further defines the means for the next world, whose teachings have been preserved by those who heard them. A sign of the love of God is being preserved from unlawful doing and unlawful receiving. The emotions moved in regard for God in the middle of the night. By the middle of the night, I mean between the dusk prayer and the dawn prayer, which is a very, very important time to do extra prayers. Another extra prayer is after the sun is risen for about 15, 20 minutes, or on average. You may adjust it by the time of the year and how long the day or night is. But that till the middle section of the day is another good time for voluntary prayer. But the middle of the night is more focused on. And let us remember that even though the dead have passed on, we are so near to them. And what we should envy is doing good deeds. We shouldn't envy merely the worldly position. I mean, look at how many crazy millionaires or unhappy billionaires there are that we can look at, and we don't see a sign that they are any happier. We see certain things more common with those who earn more than most people. So we can't really make that argument that, oh, well, somebody's rich or poor or popular or unpopular, so therefore they're good or bad. And it's like, that's not really how it works. But worse, of course, than the actual evil itself, you could say, well, I mean, it's the right thing, is the punishment for it. So as much as we look at, oh, how bad all these evil things in the world are, the punishment on the spiritual platform for the evil is going to be more severe and more something to avoid than anything we're seeing here. And the small things of this world can make for, oh, so great in the hereafter. So whether you're giving up in charity or you're giving up because something isn't right and you don't want to take part in it, It can give you relief today, but let's hope for the increase of the afterworld and hasten towards that. And, certainly one is like, okay, I don't want sudden death or something like that, but don't let that stop you. Don't let aging and all the other stop you from what you are capable of. This is not some escapism that I'm calling for, or Ollie was calling for, or whatever. Saying 177 reminds us that to prevent evil in others is to keep it from ourselves. This mentality, this feeling, this emotion, work on your own first. Saying 178 reminds us to not be stubborn, because that can detract us from taking the lessons that we should take. And saying 179 reminds us that avarice is a form of slavery.